Hello there everybody and welcome to this thing that I'm doing. So you know that Mass Effect TV show that Amazon bought the rights to a couple years ago? Well, the problem that any adaptation in live action of the main Mass Effect trilogy has is that the entire series is a player decision based game. So everything from the gender of the main character to the deaths of other characters is entirely down to what the player decides. Not to mention major story points will also deviate greatly based on what the player has chosen. Though this didn't happen in the grand scale that was promised by lead developer Casey Hudson, but there were still deviations nonetheless. So any iteration of the main story from a TV show or film perspective will have to canonize certain decisions which has a very high potential to alienate and piss off the pre-existing and incredibly passionate fan base. But is this actually as potentially devastating as us fans fear? Well, if we look at the recently released stats of the remastered trilogy, I'm not so sure. We can see an unofficial canon of the story already exists, as players of the game largely make the same choices, just like the choice to like this video right now. Spoiler warning if you haven't already played the games, though you really should have by now because they're bloody amazing. But just look at these stats. Pretty much every single one of them has a very clear majority in the 80 and 90% range. Sure, one or two of them you can argue is a little bit tight. Ashley and Kaidan is 60% for Ashley and the psychological profile is evenly split, but we all know that that makes no difference to the game anyway. And even the most controversial decision that the show will have to make in the gender of Commander Shepard, even that has a clear winner too in male Shepard. There's even an indication of what characters would be likely to die, if any, in a TV show version of the Suicide Mission, as we see a list of who is most likely to survive based on players' playthroughs. Now, of course, this infographic is nowhere near definitive, like there is no mention of the decision to blow up the Collector base or give the Reaper tech to the Illusive Man, but these are stats that BioWare will have regardless. So given that the remaster will not be the majority of players' first time, and the majority of die-hard fans have already played through the games multiple times to see all the various possible outcomes, it's safe to assume that these stats really do reflect each player's favorite choices. So with such clear majorities, it's very clear to me that a lot of fans see the Mass Effect trilogy in the same way, and we all have a very similar idea of how we would like a TV show to look. So as long as the showrunners follow these stats as a blueprint, I don't think they can go wrong. But of course, if they do want to steer clear from these potential show-killing decisions, they could just as easily make the show about the First Contact War between humanity and the Turians, which is something heavily talked about in the series but we're never shown. A lot of fans would like the upcoming games to feature the First Contact War, but maybe it would be best explored in a television show. But what do you guys think? Do you have a specific headcanon that you want a potential show to follow, or are you brand new to the series and you don't really care what the show does? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this thing that I'm doing, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one.